Hello everyone. I got my haul from HSN and it was very fast. But I ordered my auto ship Marquis, the Grand Marquis, on Saturday, and it was free shipping. It was full price. So I meant to make sure that I got my purple one. I wanted the lilac, but since they aren't selling it. But I gotta tell you, this is a nice weight, and this is a metal handle, which I was really shocked. And has a nice grip on here. It feels like metal here, and the hole is a nice size. I wanted this to do embossing folders, and because I use this Marquis a lot, and it just gets the job done. So you can compare the sizes on them. And this also has a metal handle, so just so you can see, get an idea of how big it is. And this one gets used hard. I had this one first, and I jammed it up, and I bought this for a spare, and Jeff got it loose and everything, so now it's an extra. So let's get into this. So this has some weight to it and everything, but if you look at it compared to my lilac spellbinder, it has a little bit wider mouth on it than the spellbinder, but it's similar to the same length. Let me flip this around because you can see with the handle. Put this like that. It's not too much shorter than the spellbinder, but I love my spellbinder, so yeah, I love doing that with that too. Keep that to the side. All right, so the machine itself, well, let's do it this way. It's about 14 inches all the way to the end of this handle, and across, I would say it's about 5 inches this way. Now I can't get the ruler underneath, but you have from the ledge into the roller about 2 1/4 of an inch. So that gives you an idea of how big it is. Now, right now they have them on an extended list. I did look, and I am on the auto ship, so I want to show you. This is a spare folder to use with your other, because they're thin and they will fit. And I use my folders over and over by flipping them around, and I get use out of them, and they work perfectly well cutting through. So this was a nice idea that they kept this, that you can continue using. I mean, I use all of them, so, but when I use the little ones, I'm probably going to just use the regular Marquis. It's just for bigger and everything that I have it for. And then they have the large plate, which I did order extra. I'll show you in a little bit. And this runs about 7 1/4 by 11 1/4. And they gave you stickers to put on it. I never stickered my other one up. I don't know if I will, but it's cute. They're cute stickers. And then the auto ship was a box. So you can make a pop-up box, or you can make a gift box. And this is the theme for all the auto ships. Next month will be, or in October, I think it's cupcakes. And you can see they'll fit perfectly on, well, you can, with the thing, you can see it fits on there. And then they had 2 packs of stamps. This is all Christmas themed, it looks like, and New Year's that they have it, because they usually run it by holidays. Diamond Press does. And oh, I love the tree. They have a tree cut out. Yep, there's the tree. And then a champagne bottle, and so these will be cute to do with Shrinky Dinks, because I love Shrinky Dinks. And then it gave you a folder. This is larger than the normal folders. I can see it already. These are the standard folders, so you can see how much larger this is. It's a good inch all the way around, and maybe 1.25 inches to the top here, but 1 inch to the side here. So that's probably to accommodate the larger dies, and then everything will fit into that folder that you need. And I'm going to keep these, because these are going to have to get put into a separate box, because now you're talking, let me see, 13 inches, or nope, 12 inches. Maybe they might fit in the, I didn't check. Then they gave you another folder that is a thick cutting folder, and that is 5.5 inches by 7 3/8. Yeah, that's what, well, I didn't go all the way out, but there's another thick one to use too. Gave you instructions on, you know, how to use it. There's a tab here if it stays stuck to your table, but I have my silicone mat, and mine usually don't stay stuck, and it's heavy enough. I don't usually, you know, go with it that much. And then Diamond Press always gives instructions on this is how to make the box in the turquoise color, and then it shows you how to match up your dies with your stamps and everything, which I think is great, because Diamond Press also color codes their stamps, and I really love that they do that. Then the red one is for instructions to make the box itself. So they have it, I'm not sure, they have it all mixed up in here. But anyways, the red one, you'll shape a box at the end, and it can fold down or leave it open as a pop-up box also. And then this side shows you to cut off the tabs to put inside your 5x7 card, because this will make 5x7 cards. So I'm going to keep my instructions with my, I'm going to fold them and put them in with, I always keep my instruction sheets and inspo sheets in with my stamps and dies. Okay, so I'm gonna move this off to the side, and then I'm gonna share with you what I got. And then I might use this to show you a couple things that I can do. Test it out, should I say. I want to test it out. So I ordered the 3D embossing folders, and I've never ever thought of putting, it has instructions to put the open end in to emboss, but I got the everyday one, the thankful one, because I love these flowers and everything. And what's cool about this, I started thinking I can cut out flowers and shape flowers with this, like I do with this embossing folder. I really got some cool ideas with this. So maybe I'm gonna try something with these too. And this is the peony one. And I love 3D embossing folders. It really makes beautiful backgrounds for cards. It makes it finished off. And then this it says thankful phrases. So this is peonies. I'm sorry, it's wrote on the top there. And floral vine. And then this is thankful phrases. And it will be thank you. Wow, awesome. So you could actually cut these out. Much appreciated. Like you could definitely shape these out and use these as sentiments. And it says the best, you're the best, thankful, thank you. Definitely this could be used for that. So that was the embossing folders that I got. Then I got the ink pads, which these are sold out now. And I wanted the metallic ones. This is the first that I had gotten these. So I'm not sure. Ooh. I kind of like that in a way. So you have the rose gold, silver, gold, and copper. I thought these would be great for sentiments and then putting, oh, they're really, really, really pretty. They're frosted, like, but anyways, I thought if you stamp these with sentiments, and then put clear embossing, then you don't have to go looking for embossing colors, and you'll have them right here. And that's what my intention was to use these for. Okay. And then I went and got the small Grand Marquis folders extra, because we all know that they do warp after uses, and they're the same size as that 5.5. I don't, so you get six of these folders. And I just wanted to have them for spares because, but honestly, I use these, like, you can see how warped they are. And I use both sides all the time, flipping them all different ways. And they work. I mean, I have lots of them, but I just figure I use them until they either tear, which this one looks like it's starting to. So once they start tearing across, then that's when I get rid of them. I wish Diamond Press would have a thing that we could send these back and recycle them, that they could remelt them down or something here in the USA and, you know, make them, reuse them. I don't know if it would do anything to the plastic, you know, because sometimes when you melt down plastic and reform it, it makes it more brittle too. But I just thought this would be a great idea, that if they could recycle these, that would be awesome. Okay, and the last thing that I got, I didn't get a lot on craft day, but I got the larger ones. So this says there's four of them, and I wanted to have extra of these also. And I like, you can put like multiple of these dies instead of just one big one. I have Tonic Studio big dies that I put in my tangerine. I also have a tangerine, and I love the tangerine. I do use that too for the big dies, but this is more for convenience. The Marquis is like real quick, one folder. I'm not building plates, so that's why I wanted this one too. But so if I have the one big die, it will fit here good and then go across. So what I wanted to do real quick was, because I don't want to make this a real long video, I wanted to test out on a couple things to see how this will work. And I have to look for paper. Okay, so the first thing that I want to test out is we're going to use this shim folder, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this one out. This is a 3D folder from Crafter's Companion, and all I'm going to do is cut out a flower and a leaf in here, and I'm going to use, actually, I'm going to use one of my Well Love folders. That's almost dying to show you. I'm going to set this in here and start working it. Okay, I'm just lining it in here. And whatever you do, make sure that your dies do not go on top of each other. And I'm gonna just bring this up and crank it through. And it's running really smooth, very, very smooth. And look at that. It cuts out like butter. It really does. Cuts out really nice. Let me poke this one through the... Okay. So, now what I want to try, this Crafter's Companion. Now, Crafter's Companion, there's, where their writing is, that's the part that protrudes down. And then this part, like, embosses. So this debosses on the writing part. Diamond presses are the opposite, and some other places. So, I'm trying to figure out where I'm at here. Oh, I cut out a little one. Okay. So, I try to line these up. Of course, I have the point there. Just line it up here. I'm not going to spray it or anything. And I'll line the leaf up here. And I'm going to do what they're doing too. I'm going to put it this way because I always run it through the fold part. So I'm going to try the way they're saying to run it through. You know what? I do not think this will run through. No. Nope. It's actually too thick. Let me try this way, see if it goes through this way. Nope. So now you know this does not go through because I'm not forcing it into my machine. It feels like the hole's big enough, but it won't even grab it because the ledge is too high up. So now we know this does not work. So then you build your shims for your spellbinder. So that won't work. That's all I need to know with that. But that's okay because now we have an idea, you know, if you were planning on getting that. Okay, so the next thing that I was thinking was, I'm going to use one of this folder. I wanted to see how it would cut in felt, because when you use felt in the other one, you have to use the metal shims, and my shims are well loved, so I want to see if I can cut without using a shim on this. And let me take, I'm gonna look for I have these, and these I got off of Amazon. Let's take this little turtle. Okay. And all I'm going to do is cut it, make a little here. And this is from, the felt is from, because if you want to use it for sewing or whatever, I think I got this from Walmart. Okay, I'm just gonna lay this here, and I'm gonna take it through. It's going through pretty nice. I'm gonna bring it back through and see how it works. I do think it cut it. That I didn't have to use a shim. Oh, it did cut it, but it's got, maybe my felt wasn't thick enough, but I can see that like there's little ticks where it didn't cut. So that might need to have more of a shim. Okay, let me try shrinky dink paper, because you know I like to do shrinky dinks. I'll do a clear. And I also use let me clean that eyeball. The eyeball came out. I use shrinky dinks on my cards too. And I'm just gonna put this clear on here. See, and I usually use the metal shim too. So that's why I'm just trying to see if I can get away with using metal shims on this. That one, yes. So the metal shims you will not need to use when cutting out. And then once you shrink this, yeah, that's pretty good. That's really good. Okay, I'm pleased with that. All right. Now, let me see if we can, that flower that I had cut out of here, what I want to do is, instead of using this one, I want to try that embossing flower to show you what I was thinking about with using it as a flower molder to make mold flowers. Now I know these are tiny, but maybe, and you know, honestly, any shape of the flower will look good. You know, I'm gonna use the peonies. Okay, so what I do is I'm gonna just look, it's just a little one. I think I'm gonna put that right here, and then I'm gonna take the leaf and put the leaf like in here. I know it's gonna make it, you're thinking, oh, that does not fit, but we're gonna see what it does in a shape. Now I'm not spraying it with any water neither, so but I can show you. See, you can shape your own leaves, and you just add a little color on that. That will really look cute, because flowers are not perfect. And I took this in the center here and added, so you can see, really get some cute flowers. So it may not work with that, but you can use, if you have any other flower 3Ds. I just want to see the thickness of these two. Oh yeah, it is just a little. I would say it's like only 1/8 of an inch. I just don't want to force anything into my rollers and break it. So if it doesn't even want to take it, don't force it. You'll break your machine, and I'm not going to break my machine. So that's them, and like I said, it really did beautiful with it. I mean, once you put this in a shrinky dink, I mean, I would color these before I put them in and everything with my alcohol markers to color it and everything. And actually, you could probably even use your black marker, but I think if you put them, I never layered them on top of each other, but yeah. But I am very happy and excited about this to use, and I'm gonna have to later on do something with this, and I might bring these back up and use them too somehow. You know what, actually, let me get, since we have so you can see the detail on it, I'm going to use the rose gold on here just to show you with the dauber. Let me get, hold on a second. Okay, so I'm using the rose gold and I'm putting the embossed side up, and I'm just gonna go around here. And they're really full of ink. I can feel it. I mean, you can see it too. Oops. Very pretty. Yeah. Now this probably will take longer to dry because it's solvent ink. If you wanted to, you could probably put embossing powder over it and that. But yeah, see how pretty that is? And you put that on a white cardstock for a background. Just do the leaves and the flowers. That will make a real pretty background on a card. I might have to do that. All right. Well, I just want to share with my haul, and I hope that if you were able to get your Grand Marquis, that you have fun with it too. I am always pleased with when I get Diamond Press. I don't have no affiliate links with Diamond Press. I purchase all my stuff by myself. I did get the auto ship also, and because I did want to see, the cupcake was cute, the backpack. I made backpacks, but it's nice to have a die to cut it through instead of figuring out all your cuts and everything. But yeah, this is really cute. I'm glad I got the inks. The inks was the other thing that I wanted to make sure that I got. So that's why I ordered them on Saturday. But happy crafting, and later on I'm going to be the giveaway, pulling names and doing the giveaway on the free goodies. So I'll see you later, and thanks for thumbs up on watching my channel and liking and subscribing. These are all helping me out so much. I really am so grateful for this community of crafters and anybody that just enjoys watching crafts. Have a great day. Bye-bye.